Hey guys, it's Sam here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a leg day and I'm in a different location because today I'm going to be signing up for Muscleworks so that I get both branches of Muscleworks here and Bethnal Green. This is the Stoke Newington one. And the reason I'm doing that is because they've got better kit for me for legs, which I shall explain inside, because from today onwards, legs training is going to be getting much more brutal, because that is not a strong point for me. Being taller, I have to mass out the legs a lot more to make that noticeable, and that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be back on my blast right now. I'm going to be back eating loads and loads. I've already been ramping that up. More on that on future videos, but today we're training legs as we mean to go on. We've got the hack squat, we've got the belt squat, everything that I'm going to focus on for quads today. That's what I'm going to be doing. New gyms, new program, very excited. I'm going to get started in a minute. There we go, all registered, and I've got my new pass. Very pleased with that, because I haven't been a membership of Muscleworks for several years now, but I have trained a lot down there, especially at the old Hague Street one many years ago. But here are two examples of why I want to join this place again. We've got the really heavy stuff for legs, so I've got a hack squat that works better for me than the ones elsewhere. There's gym 80 in here. And then the squat press by Cybex that I don't have access to elsewhere. So I'm really going to focus on the legs here. And then down at Bethnal Green, they've got the Cybex neck squat. So I'm really going to be able to blast my quads in the coming weeks and months and have all that progress. I didn't have to show for it last time round. I got to 300 pounds. So I'm going to get started on the hack squat and then describe a little bit more about the rest of this workout, this full legs workout here, and then wrap it up for the day. Yep. So I don't need to go too heavy on this machine, how heavy the actual machine is itself, but for those high reps, I can put another plate on here. Pro tip, if you want an empty gym while you're training legs, definitely do it on a Friday afternoon or Friday night, because when I started this, I was always told like bodybuilders who always work the doors and they won't want their legs to be awake here like for Friday and Saturday night, so you should train legs on Friday and Saturday to avoid all that. But I think for anyone with more of a social life than this, you're not really going to be training legs on Friday afternoon, so that's where I slot it in. I've increased this to 5 plates, which may not sound like much in total, and I'd be doing like 6 or 7 plates aside on other hack squat machines, but this just doesn't need it because the machine itself is that much heavier. It's just very heavy and well made. So I think this thing will probably take 7, maybe 7.5 if you maxed it out, unless you switch to 25 kilo plates. I've got all that fun to come in the coming months. while I'm here, I can't resist giving this a go on second plates or whatever it'll hold here. Stars I mean to go on with this program, working really hard. So maybe lower reps here, but I shan't edit it. I shall just put in exactly what I get. I'm going for at least 12 here. We'll pop a leg set and see what this machine has to offer before I'll be switching to 25 plates on it. One more. One more. And last one is just back offset. We're taking a couple of the plates off and we'll try it without the knee wraps just to get a feel for it. I haven't used this particular machine for ages, so the back offset without knee wraps. It was a great exercise for quads. I'm going to stick with it for sure. Next up for quads, without doing barbell back squats, I'm going to be using the belt squat. This is another one that, much like the hack squat for me, gives much greater knee flexion, and I feel in those quads much more than using the free weight barbells. So I've just set up on this machine and I've had to adjust the length of it down here for me to get as deep as I should want to go. But now that that's all set up, I can commence, and I'm picking up where I left off with 3 plates that I've used over at Bodyworks, but unfortunately on this machine you have to squat into it to get fastened in. It's a little bit more awkward. I don't see myself going up to 4 plates like last time, especially after that hack squat there. So let's go. That's truly to failure then. After that last set, failing before expected, I'm going to do an impromptu back off set here. So I'm just back to the 2 plates on each side. But I was doing better than I expected, but straight after the heavy hack squats onto this one. So it's all good to improve upon in the coming weeks. Make this the last one on here. Another one truly to failure. Great bit of kit this. So next up I'm hitting the squat press. It's very similar to a leg press, except the foot plate kind of comes down in an arc as opposed to going up and down the sled, and for a lot of people that creates even more knee flexion, which is what I'm really aiming for in my quads focused workouts. So not going to be lifting so much on this after having done the hack squats and the belt squats, but 100 on each side is a good starting point for me to work up against in the coming weeks. And just get myself into position and take a good foot position with the feet a little bit closer together for quads focus. I'll get it up there and take off the brakes. I can take it a touch heavier. This good stuff all over again. I'll tackle this one more time now. If this was my first exercise, I'd be trying to push a lot heavier, but third compound exercise on legs, and it's not going to be my heaviest. I was really pushing it with the hack squats there. But I like this order of things, and I intend to stick with it for the coming weeks, or thereabouts. All that's been quite enough on compounds for quads there. So moving on to the isolations, it's going to be the leg extensions, of course, the main isolation for the quadriceps, and I don't know what I can manage now after that barrage of different machines starting afresh. Alright, hit that again. Honestly struggling now, so I've dropped down a couple of plates on a stack, and I hope to be on the full stack fairly soon on this thing. This is the Life Fitness one, so it's not going to be as heavy as the one next to me that my neighbour's using for the Gym 80. So plenty of room for progressive overload, as whatever you're doing, that's one of the key methods, the key principles. And last set, really focusing on the quads here. Okay, this is going to be the last exercise, and then for the end of the video I'll be discussing where I've got to with the new cycle, the new diet and everything that's taking my body weight right back up again. But while I'm here on legs, I do just want to do one thing that's specifically on hamstrings. So on the hamstrings focus sessions, I'll be looking more at straight leg deadlifts, I'll be looking at leg press with the feet higher and wider, I'll be looking at lying curls, seated curls, and all the rest of it, but on this quads focus day, I'm just going to do something on hamstrings, and my preferred isolation for hamstrings is the seated leg curl, as you probably know if you're familiar with the channel. So this last exercise, then a quick recap of everything that's going on with all of the rest of my program, including the naughty bits, and that's it for today. I can full stack it. I can full stack it for the last remaining That's remaining good sets here. Put those on as well. Here goes then, and it should be easier than last time, but I've been doing these. That's my fourth exercise. I'm focusing on hamstrings. This should be easy in comparison. That's what I'm going to tell myself here. Okay, last one, taking it a bit lighter, and then let's wrap up what's going on with this program. Done. There we go, thanks for watching. That brings me to the end of this workout, and I hope to have shown how you can really focus on quads without using the barbell back squat, and which exercises specifically give the most knee flexion out of the compound exercises. There are several more, but with the equipment I've got here, those would be my preferred ones. So you've got the hack squat there, the belt squat, and the squat press. And for me, especially being long-legged, from being tall, that gives me more knee flexion, doesn't use the glutes so much, and I can do all of those in one session, so just on there before isolating the quads and even getting something in for hamstrings. So I'm really happy with how that's gone, now that I'm really pushing forwards again now. And what I mean by that is I'm no longer cruising, it is now the blast. This may have been the bit you're waiting for, and if you've seen a certain Ronnie Coleman, you maybe know which things he's referring to when he just says basic, just the basic stuff. So at the moment I can confirm that the new program is just the basic stuff, and moving on to the diet part, which is actually the more limiting factor in your continued growth, how much food you can keep on pushing through consistently. I've got to having most of the meals fixed now. I'm experimenting a little bit with one of the meals that I'm changing between a liquid meal or fish with cream of rice, which I was having before as a post-workout, but I'm obviously trying to make it as easy on the meal prep as possible. So on that note, I've been having 3 meals the same, like I was doing last time, but instead of using the chicken breast or chicken thigh, I've gone with beef mince on the 5% fat. So what I do is I cook a kilo of that with half a kilo of uncooked white rice. They get mixed together, and that's a huge cauldron of food cooked in one very quickly without me having to watch it, except for the mince for 5 minutes. Make it easier to go down by putting in tomato passata with it. And what I got there is one meal that I would have before I go out and train, and then the other 2 get packed into a big container there. So it's very easy to carry along with just a spoon, and then that's 2 more meals, so I can be out for the day with just something in my bag that's ready to go. And because this is cooked fresh each day rather than meal prepping for several days, it doesn't ever go off, it can just sit in the bag. If I happen to find a microwave, then that's just a bonus, but I don't want to eat it cold. And that's very easy, it's very palatable to go down because there's less chewing to get through it than with the chicken. So this is working very well for me. And then the final meal, as I described the other day, is just the steak with 6 eggs, maybe a little cheese with it, but the other meal that slots in, it's been a shake, which I'm going to switch probably to something with fish, as I say. But this is what will get me through the second meal of the day and the next 2 when I'm on the move, so I can be out for the day and not have to worry about getting stuck without food and without having carbs going in, which is really important. So that can actually be cooked for the whole day at the same time as cooking my breakfast, as the breakfast would just be like a bit of, 6 pieces of toast and a load of eggs and extra egg whites, as I described the other day. But once I've got it fixed into a plan, as I say, there will be a full day of eating video. But I'm putting all sorts of new things together. I'm really going back on Instagram at the moment. So if you want the more condensed content, if you've been following me for a while or want to stay in touch or anything like that, make sure you get on Physique Philosopher on Instagram. And put in the comments below if you'd like to join my support group. That's free, so I'm putting together a free support group in the next week or so. If you'd like to be part of that and be able to talk directly, just bounce ideas off me whenever and get a reply within a day. And a few other bonus goodies that I'm putting together at the moment. Make sure you let me know in the comments, because I've been enjoying interacting with a lot of you on the channel, and it's now time to progress things further and use Instagram a little bit more now that I'm sort of getting things going again in my content now that my voice is getting back. And it's been really good to get back into full-on training. I lifted more than I expected to today, so as you can probably see, I did work very hard. I took those sets genuinely to failure, especially as you saw in the belt squats. So I've worked hard. I know that I'll put in a good session, and I'll remember all of those numbers and have the videos to refer back to as I progressively overload by doing more than that next time. So these are the things that will really progress me beyond the 300 pounds of body weight that I previously achieved on the last push forward. Had the tidy up there, and now we'll go beyond that, but it'll just mean that I can really hone in on this diet, monitor it week by week as I would do with anyone that I'm looking after, and I can really progress against the weights I've been lifting here. So I want to be doing all my sets with the full plate load on that hack squat there. I want to be doing the belt squats with 3 plates on each side for all the sets as minimum, and then move up to 4. I want to be doing that squat press with 6, 7, 25 kilo plates on each side. I want to be doing the full stack on the leg extensions, and if I'm really in that headspace every time I train legs and I'm getting to a gym like this, I can achieve that in the coming weeks and really improve my physique, particularly in the lower body. So excited to be training here. I'm excited to be training at the other muscle works, which is down Battle Green, which is similarly amazingly equipped for legs in particular. In their extension, they've got a whole upstairs room which is basically all leg isolations, so I'll really be able to hone in on what works for the best on the leg isolations. I do know that they've also got hack squats that suit my legs really well, just like the one that we've got here. And with this membership, it'll be really bringing forward those legs. So I'm happy with my other gyms for my work on my back, which is, you know, about where it needs to be. All my pressing, the workouts is focused on free weights. Some okay in most places, some okay in zone, okay in bodyworks, but really with the space they've got and stuff that focuses on glutes down at zone, I think I'm going to be happier here for what I can really hammer my quads with those exercises, where I'm going to get more knee flexion there with the stuff that they've got here, and 1 or 2 bits of kit down at bodyworks, the belt squat they've got there, the hammer strength one. So that's what's going to be working really well for me. I know that, and I know that I can exceed the numbers that I've done today. I know that I can do that very soon. I know that I got through this little cruise and health phase as I expected to, very nicely. I feel that the voice is coming back gradually for putting all of this into longer videos, and I will be getting out and about more. I've got that meet and greet on the 19th, as I explained. And we've got more contests to go to. There's PCA Universe coming up, so if you are interested in competing for the very first time and want to know all of what that entails, do make sure that you're getting that support group by commenting below, and I'll be getting you in there, and there will be freebies to come, documents on how to prepare for your very first contest in terms of a checklist and which contest to pick and all of that kind of material that I always rely on, that knowledge that I rely on when looking after some of my guys all of this. So I hope to be engaging with you a lot more in the coming weeks, and thanks for your support as always. It's been great building the YouTube up to this point, and when the voice is back on full, you can expect more videos from me. But I'll be back online, I'll respond to any questions, and I hope you've all had a really good week and got some hard training in store for the weekend. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.